Hi, are you coming up for retirement, or are you recently retired? If you are in either of these categories, you are among many, many people. I live in Australia and I'm an Australian retiree. Been retired for 28 years. Took the voluntary redundancy at 59 and I'm now 87. On checking Google, various sites, I find that roughly 800 people retire every day in Australia. Now, that's not a huge amount compared with the population, but look at it this way. Supposing you're coming up for retirement, you'd be taking an interest in retiring quite a while before you actually retired, at least for a few months. And even when you had retired, for the first few weeks, you'd be thinking about retirement a lot. It would be at the top of your thinking. Okay, so we can really, without too much exaggeration, multiply the 800 retiring every day by at least 100 other days. So we're looking at 800,000 people looking at the subject of retirement in Australia on any particular day. You can multiply that by 3 if you live in the United Kingdom, and 12 if you live in the United States. In other words, millions of people are concerned with their retirement. Millions. So you can understand that it's an important subject. And yet people seem to put themselves in denial when it comes to retirement. 10 years before they retire, not a thought in the world about it. 5 years even, no planning. Oh, I'll get there. And of course, we all do get there, unless we die beforehand. And when we do retire, at least in the Western world, the chances are we will live for another quarter of a century. 25 years, 30 years, even more. That is a long time. We need to think very seriously, well before we retire, what we're going to do with all that time. If you look towards business, all you will see is people talking about, can they afford it? Can we afford it? The whole emphasis being on money, or most of it, when in actual fact, there are things that are far more important. Even if you retire penniless, you could still live for a long, long time. So what are you going to do? Probably the biggest aspect is health. Your body, your thinking processes. Are you taking steps now to ensure that you are as fit as you can be when you retire? Fit and healthy. Are you going to retire and then do nothing? So many people think that. Oh, I'm going to go on holidays. I'll be able to do what I want. I'll have total freedom. And you will, to a certain extent, because right throughout our life, certainly from around 40 or so, we are winding down slowly, losing some of our vigour, losing very, very gradually, sometimes almost imperceptibly, our zest, our energies. Now we can keep them going very long time. We can get right to the end of our lives. I mean, as I said, I'm 87. I can still go on a 5-mile walk. I can still run upstairs. I can still do lots of things. I know a lot of people can't do that. Why can I do it? I think no good just saying good genes. It's more than that. I've been training, not a gym junkie, but certainly keeping fit all of my life. If you haven't been doing that, you need to start now. As the old Hackney phrase goes, today is the first day of the rest of your life. If you want to keep fit and healthy and drop off the peg in the last few days, perhaps living well into 90 and still being able to do this, that and the other, get out and about, keep fit. Why be miserable? Why get around on a walker, hobbling on a walking stick? If you're doing that already, well, I can feel empathy and sympathy with that. But if you're not, if you're just being lazy, if you're the sort of person who parks your car as near to the spot so you don't have to walk too far, and a lot of people are like that, get used to walking more. Get out there, exercise, keep fit. Keeping fit is so important. Be a lifelong learner. Don't let your ability to be able to think and do things go by the wayside. The old saying, use it or lose it, does apply, even to the thinking processes. Take an interest in things. Get out there, meet new friends. Enjoy life. I know it's sounding like a lecture, but I'm trying my best here to instill in you, if you're an upcoming retiree or a recent retiree, in reasonably good health. Stay that way as long as you can. Probably 50% of most retirees' interest when they do retire is, am I fit? How long am I going to last? They may be thinking about how long the money's going to last, but that's not the main thing. How long is their body, your body, going to last? Okay, I've spoken enough on this subject, but physical fitness and cognitive ability, by being a lifelong learner and taking an interest in life and what you're doing, will keep you fit and well right up until the final days. Make the efforts. Don't just coast. Don't just sit in front of the TV, take the dog for a walk and think that's it. Life is there to be lived. It's an adventure. The last, perhaps 25% of your life, maybe even 30% of your life, could be spent in retirement. Keep fit and well so you can enjoy it right to the end.